Hey 4th and 5th graders, today we're going to be giving our mascot here a makeover. We're going to be putting some really cool sunglasses on him, and I thought I'd share some of my favorites. Pick your own style of sunglasses that you want to put on your panther. It's up to you. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about different sunglass styles and different background styles, ways to fill our space rather than just coloring one solid color. Alright, I'm going to show you a step-by-step tutorial how to draw that panther there, and you get to come up with your own style of shades. See you soon. The supplies you need for this project are a sheet of paper, something to color with, crayons or markers, a pencil, a Sharpie, and of course your imagination. Let's get started. Alright guys, let's get started. So the first thing I want you to do is make sure your paper is oriented vertically. That means that it is taller than it is wide. Start by putting our finger on the very top middle and slide down to about here. I just want you to put a mark so you know where to start drawing. All right, hopefully your finger is there, and then we're just gonna draw a slight curve, and I'm leaving room on both sides for the ears. After you draw the slight curve, we're gonna add the ears. We're gonna take this line, you're gonna come out to the side, kind of towards the corner, diagonal, then it's gonna curve down, and then come back in. In case you missed it, I will do it again on the other side. So it's gonna come out to the side, about the same height, I guess. Then it's gonna curve down and come back in, like so. Next step, we'll draw the sides of the face, so where the cheeks are, and then we'll add the muzzle or the mouth area. So from right here, you're gonna come, and it should kind of be lined up with where the ear starts. We're gonna come down like this. And I'm drawing kind of light in case I do make mistakes. They're easier to erase than pushing really hard. Keep that in mind. And I'm gonna kind of slightly curve out to create the cheek. See how it's kind of curved. Now I'm gonna draw the same thing on the other side. Gonna come down, slightly curve out to create the cheek. That's pretty good. It's kind of sharp right here. I'll clean that up. So now looking at the muzzle area, you can see like, I want to call it his cheeks, I guess. These two things where the whiskers are, the whisker spot. Those are round and they kind of stick out, so that shows the face coming forward. So the nose is gonna be right about here. The nose will be centered. Leave room for your glasses. So that's like the top of the nose right here. Then I'll draw these two diagonal lines going back towards the eyes. Then I'll draw the nostrils and then the bottom of the nose. So I'm gonna come out again like this on both sides. Then I'm gonna go in and then down and then back towards the outside of the nose, and then create a V. A wide V. Now mine ended up looking very square. You can soften up your lines once you start outlining or keep them as is. Now we'll draw this part right here, this line to separate. Like this. Now that's gonna split into two and create the two whisker spots. So it's gonna curve out and then come back up like so. Notice how when I'm drawing, I'm not doing one continuous line. I'm just kind of feathering my lines. It's keeping it really light and loose, really sketchy. So that way, when I'm drawing my shapes, if I follow a different line, it's not getting confusing. If I follow a different sort of line that I make, see on this side I have a bunch, I can just pick one of these mini lines I drew and trace it. And then go back and erase what I don't like. I was thinking that we could probably make him smiling, so maybe showing some teeth if you wanted. So without teeth, you would just simply draw a closed mouth right here, and then a jaw line. But if you wanted teeth, now friends, I am using my imagination because I don't know what a panther would look like smiling, but here's my guess. So maybe some teeth on the sides like this, and then maybe what do you guys I think it's all right. It doesn't really look like a smile, but you know what? I'm gonna go with it. Make it different than this one. So again, if you liked the other way without the teeth, that was just drawing a closed mouth right here, and then the same line underneath. All right, so we have a good start on our panther head. We're gonna add some detail in the ear before we add the sunglasses. Now the detail in the ear is just going to start like a curvy line, and it's just gonna come up. And now it's not gonna go all the way around. We're just gonna kind of stop right there. Same on this side. And then you can add some detail like the hair or something in the ears if you'd like. Cool. I like it already. I like it. I ended up liking the teeth. I like it. All right, now for the fun part, the sunglasses. For that, I am gonna move this out of the way, put them over there, and check out my options. So again, these are just ones that I made up, and I happen to have some that are similar here on my desk. So from the nose, I'm gonna go up to about here and draw the, it's like this part, the nose part of the sunglasses. I'm just gonna draw the shape of the glasses. So I'm looking at the top. And maybe they'll go off his face a little bit. And I'm gonna come down on the sides, go in slightly, here's the other part of the nose, and then this is gonna come down that way, and this will come down that way. So we have the shape there. Notice it fits his face, so it's as wide as his face. Then you need to draw the frames. There we go. Pretty cool, I like it. This is fun. All right, so now we will start adding or tracing with our Sharpie next. So grab that Sharpie and get ready to start. When you start coloring your panther, we're gonna try to give them texture because we don't want it to look too smooth because they're furry, so we want it to look furry. I will be using my crayons for this, and I want to show you how to create this kind of look in the sunglasses, give it that kind of a rainbowed lens. So I'll show you how to do that as well. But when you're coloring your panther, I'm going to be using black. They're always black. as far as I know. Sometimes it's kind of cool to add a blue kind of undertone with your panther, because sometimes things look so so black that they look kind of blue in the light, and panther fur is definitely one of those things. Now it's all about direction and pressure when coloring with your crayons. So the direction of your strokes and how hard you press really determines the texture of your panther's fur. Looking at this one, do you see how like in this area, it's very kind of light in the middle, dark around the edges? That is because I did press harder around the edges and lighter on the inside area. And then the direction of my crayon strokes, it looks more like fur rather than just a scribble. So keep that in mind when you're coloring. If you want to add, see how the nose kind of has like that highlight? After I colored that black, I went back with a white crayon and added white crayon on top of it. Same with inside of the ears here to make them a little bit lighter. Just showing all the cool effects you can do with your crayon. I'm gonna start by actually coloring in his fur, his forehead area first, and then go from there. So I want it to be, I'm using medium pressure, coloring in all the same direction. But I'm doing it in kind of sections like this. That way, see how it kind of overlaps? The colors really create value. That's the word. So I'm using different short strokes like this, still using medium pressure with my crayon to give that fur some texture. Around the ear here, I am gonna push harder, like this. Hopefully my crayon doesn't break. And then on the inside of the ear, I'm going to start pressing lighter and lighter, so it creates value. Something to help your crayon go on smoothly is putting another sheet of paper underneath, so you don't have just the hard table or something too hard. So you kind of want to soften it up. So I have this dust protector underneath, and it's really helping to smooth out my crayon. So you can already see how it has a pretty nice texture. Now we'll move down the bridge of the nose. I think I'll press harder around the glasses and then start to get lighter and lighter as I move away. Pushing hard on the outside edges like this, and then I'm going to start getting lighter. So I don't want to instantly start going lighter. I'm gonna transition, and see how I'm kind of coloring in a circle. So I will blend that a little bit better. So I'm going dark to light. Now I'm coloring in a different direction. I'm pressing very light. Dark first, very light, just so it blends a little better. So bottom half, this technically is inside of his mouth, so that's gonna be dark. Or I guess that could be like pink for gums or teeth. Or I'm sorry, gums or the tongue. I'm just gonna color it in dark. And then his bottom jaw, or her, your panther's bottom jaw. There we go. Cool. For my panther shades, I'm gonna give them blue frames with yellow and orange lenses. Now we'll do the inside of the frame. So again, it's all about the pressure, how hard you press, and keep it consistent, keep it the same. So I'm gonna start in the corners and work my way out. I'm starting with orange, and I'm going very lightly first. All the way to the other side, like so. And I got lighter and lighter. Then I'm gonna do that here. Medium, and then light. Medium, and then light. And I'll take my second color, which is yellow for me, and I'm gonna do from here, from the outside to the inside. So I'm gonna go add my yellow, and then get light. So I'm pressing hard out here, and then light. The background is totally up to you. I'm gonna choose markers for it because I want to have a more bold color, and I like the contrast of crayons and markers together. Now, here's some ideas. I know sometimes it's hard to think of your own. So what I've came up with, you can do a pattern of colors. You can create some sort of design, maybe Cool Padgett themed, some sort of pattern with lots of little strokes, wavy lines, different intersecting lines. It's up to you. Just have a pretty cool background and be sure to fill up your space. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I hope you guys had a lot of fun drawing these panthers today. Giving them the sunglasses really gives them more personality. I'll see you guys next week for another art video.